What's going on, guys? Welcome to a video here on the World Edges channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Cleveland Browns franchise here on Madden 26. Last episode, we had a league-altering trade situation where there was teams that were just terrible during the season, terrible, as Charles Barkley would say, and they blew it up. They traded away a lot of their pieces. It was some very fun teams, like the Seahawks were trading away some people. There were teams like the Raiders and who else did we do that with? I can't remember exactly. Oh, the Texans did that. The Broncos, that's right, because we traded Bo Nix. Bo Nix is no longer a Denver Bronco. And no, I didn't just do that because the Broncos are the only team that beat me this year. It made the most sense for Bo Nix and the Broncos to have that split, that divorce. So go back and watch last episode if you missed all of those trades. It's at the beginning portion of the video. It's like the first hour of the video is the trading stuff. And then we played the New England Patriots and we won that game pretty confidently. We are 8-1. We are dominating the league. We have one of the best offenses in the league. We have one of the best defenses in the league. We have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We have one of the best running backs in the league. We have one of the best teams in the league. And we need to keep it going today. We play the Titans and the Ravens today. Should be 2 wins, but you never know. That Ravens series can always get a little spicy. You never know what's going to happen. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. We're on the road to 5,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me get to that mark, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the Juice Club. And let's get into these next 2 games, which the first game is Sunday night primetime. So under the lights, maybe a little bit of a Sunday primetime massacre type thing. I don't know. Let's find out. The Titans are 3-6. They're not having that good of a year, but you may notice we have another quarterback breakout part 2. We have had, it seems like every single episode, we have a quarterback breakout for Julian Enriquez because he always has really good games, but they never tell me in the breakouts what my goal is to get. So then I try to get it, and I think I do well with Enriquez in the games, and then they never give it to me anyway. So, I mean, we're going to go into it. I don't know what it's going to be. It's probably going to be something where they tell me he needs to have a good game, but then they don't tell me what he needs to get. I'm going to show so much patience in this one, I'm not going to skip through anything. What am I expecting him? A lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. He's a great quarterback, so we expect that every week. A lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. What's that mean? Be more specific. Give me an actual number goal to hit. Whatever, man. I think with him playing so well this year, he should still get X Factor at the end of the season anyway, just naturally progress up to it if I am not able to achieve it during this regular season. But maybe I can just skip all that waiting time the next couple weeks and just get it right now. I'm going to try my best. We didn't make any moves at the trade deadline, though. We stay pat with the team that we have because I think we have a fairly good team anyway, so we don't really need to make any trades. But I am going to probably put, I think I put D-line in the focus. And then I'm probably going to put probably a 10% reduction on talent range. That's probably going to be a good one for scouting, especially since we're getting close to week 13, which I think is next week. So that's probably going to be the ones that we do there. And the D-line one, just because I want to get guys like Chase Young and Mike Green and those kind of guys. I want to get them some extra XP when possible. So I'm going to go through and do all this stuff. If nothing happens, no depth chart increases, nothing like that happens, then I will see you in the game against the Titans. If something does happen, I'll bring you back in, obviously, but we haven't had a depth trait pop for a while now, so I don't think it's going to happen. Maybe my negative energy will bring out one, but I don't know. I don't think so. So most likely I'll see you in the Titans game.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Tennessee Titans and the Cleveland Browns. On the Tennessee sideline, you get a look at their head coach. These guys were winners a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row in this one. side, it is the head coach of the Browns. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go.
Okay, so as you can tell, it is a monsoon here on Sunday night primetime against the Tennessee Titans. The one game that we need a dev trade increase, and it's raining sideways. Here comes Cam Ward. That's a fairly good season. 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 1,100 yards. Pretty good year for Cam so far. Still a few games to go in the season. But yeah, it's not raining that light, if we're gonna be honest. It's raining pretty heavily right now. How are we supposed to throw the football? I'm gonna still try to. Maybe I can cheese the system and activate his or achieve his deal breaker, or not his deal breaker. What is college football? Achieve his goal and get him the dev trade increase by just throwing. What am I? DeMarco Murray out here, 29. Get the X factor increase by just throwing touchdowns. Like we get to the 1 yard line, I just throw a couple touchdowns in there, and we get like 7 touchdowns in the game. Maybe that would activate it. But I only have like 20 yards through the air. That could be kind of cool. I don't know if that's going to happen because it's probably going to need to be a combination of yards and touchdowns. And yes, the Titans are wearing their older uniforms because these ones are just objectively better. I don't know how I feel about the ones that they're changing to now, the ones that look more like the Oilers. I've always been of the opinion that the Oilers are Houston. They should have stayed in Houston. Just because the Oilers moved to Tennessee and became the Titans doesn't mean that the Titans get to naturally inherit that culture and that team. You should just, especially, it's different if your team disappears and never comes back, or if the city never gets another team. Houston gets a team in the Texans. So when the Oilers go to Tennessee, they can have the Oilers stuff for a little bit, but once the Texans become a team and once Houston gets a team back, then you should just have to give the rights back to the city of Houston. So that the Texans, I know it's not the same franchise, but it's still a city. It's the same city. So I feel like the Texans should be the Oilers. They should be the ones who get to wear the Oilers stuff. And now maybe that doesn't seem right because, like I said, it's not the same team. The Texans are not the Oilers. The Titans were the Oilers. So they get to use the stuff. But I don't know, it's just weird because, like, think about if the Browns never came back in the 90s. If the Browns go to Baltimore and become the Ravens, and then the Browns never come back, just think about, like, the Ravens doing a Browns throwback night where they wear Cleveland Browns stuff. That would be so weird, wouldn't it? But now the Browns came back and inherited all their stuff back. They became the Browns. They kept the history. They kept everything. Now that could be, it's slightly the same, but it's also different because you'd have to do that where I just threw a pick. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I wasn't even paying attention at that. That's crazy. I was talking about the Oilers jerseys and Browns and everything. I wasn't even paying attention to that guy being there. That's insane. All right, well, that's a tough start for Enriquez on his breakout night. Anyway, back to what I was talking about because it's more interesting than the game. I was saying that if the Oilers would have, big sack by Myles Garrett, if the Oilers would have came back and if the Titans never existed, and the Oilers would have came back, the Titans would have existed. If the Texans never existed, what I should say. If the Texans never existed, and then when the Texans became a team, if the Oilers would have just came back as the Houston Oilers, that would be the same thing as the Browns coming back. But I don't know, it's just weird that the Titans get to have those uniforms and that history when there's a team in Houston. It just seems a little weird. So I don't know if you agree with me. Probably not. It's kind of like if the A's move to Vegas, which they're going to do, obviously. They already are in the process. They're in Sacramento right now, I think, for another year. Ooh, 10 touchdown lead for Enriquez in the entire NFL for touchdowns. That's pretty good. But if the Oakland A's go to Vegas, and they're going to be the Vegas A's now, or Sacramento for right now, but they're going to be the Vegas A's at some point. And then Oakland gets another team, they would have to be the A's, right? Or I guess they can't be the A's technically because the Vegas would have the rights to the A's. I don't know. That's where you get into murky conversations about legal rights and who has the rights to the team and the name and everything and who can use that and everything like that. So that's above my pay grade. I am finding out that passing the football in the rain is not the greatest idea. Thankfully, Eddie Velasco, who is known to drop some passes every once in a while, is able to hold on to that one. It's just my luck that the one game that I have the breakout is the game that is just pouring rain. And of course, Quinshawn puts the ball on the ground. Man, it's one of those games. It's going to be one of those games. Fumble recovery for a touchdown. Nobody fast enough was in the area. It's going to be one of those games. I've already thrown a pick. Quinshawn, the ball was slippery, gets hit, pops the ball out, and of course, they return it for a touchdown. God, I cannot lose the Tennessee Titans. I just cannot lose to them. I got to lock in. No more talking about jerseys. I gotta lock in and try to get this win because I cannot lose to a 3-win Titans team after losing to a Bronco team that was already not very good. And maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe Quinshawn's not going to fumble the ball consistently. I hope he doesn't. I'm just going to chalk that one up to the weather made the ball a little slippery, popped out of his hand. And it's unfortunate, but that's what we're going to have to chalk it up to. Although Quinshawn in his career has had some fumble history. Oh, he broke that tackle. I wasn't expecting him to break that. Is that Reed Blankenship? Who is that? I saw a white boy. I saw a white boy in the secondary. It looks like Reed Blankenship, but I can't tell for sure. That's the end of one. We're down 7-0, even though it technically should still be 0-0, but fumble recoveries for touchdowns happen. Hand off to Quinshawn. He's going to give the first down. That's huge. I may need to change up the playbooks because the Browns playbook, I mean, it's cool, but it's just I could go, like, change the plays on my own, but I usually let it go with the suggested plays, and I just choose one of them because I'm technically not calling plays. I like to think of it as the offense coordinator calling the plays and stuff, but it's just the same plays over and over again. There's not very much variety. There's no new stuff happening in the offense. And yeah, like I said, I could manually go in and pick different plays and get more creative and stuff, but I don't know. Something to think about. That's a quick ball to Devontae. Oh, that's Travis Hunter. I thought that was usually Devontae Smith is the one running that route. I thought that was who was going to be, but it was Travis Hunter running that. Devontae's over on the right side of the screen. There's Travis again. He holds on. He stays on his feet, and he gets a generous tackle. I don't really like those tackles. Those tackles are annoying because usually they only occur when you're close to the down and distance, when you're close to the line of scrimmage and stuff, and the first down marker or the goal line, and then they throw you into the end zone. And sometimes, yeah, it works out for you sometimes, but it also works out against you in the CPU, and then it's just a free first down because they tackle you and you get that animation. I think Fannon's got this, and he does. Touchdown, Enriquez. Touchdown, Browns. Fannon with the big catch. We've tied the Tennessee Titans. Can Escobar kick in the rain? I know he can't kick in the snow for some reason, but he does actually make that one in the rain. Another touchdown for Escobar. Not for Escobar, that's the kicker. Another touchdown for Enriquez. And now it is time to go back on defense and terrorize Cam Ward some more. Because Cam Ward's not been able to move the ball. They moved the ball a little bit with the running back, but for the most part, they have not been able to move the ball. I don't even think they've completed a pass today in the first quarter. I think Cam incomplete every single time, so let's do this. Let's get to the quarterback. Cam, yeah, they have 0 passing yards. 0 passing yardage. Ooh, I almost got a sack with Chase Young. They do get it out of the backfield with a screen pass. So that is going to give them some passing yards. Who was that coach? I couldn't see him very well in the rain, in the darkness. Another handoff, this time to the running back who's got a big gain. I can't see 29 on the Titans and not think of DeMarco Murray. So every time I see him, I just think I'm playing against DeMarco Murray. Hand off. He's going nowhere. We blew that up instantly. We blew that up instantly. 2nd and 13 as we reach the 2-minute warning. This first game is going by pretty fast. We're already in the 2-minute warning. I can't tell who that coach is. It doesn't look like an auto-generated coach, but it might be. It's too dark to tell. I can't see him. I wouldn't mind another sack by Myles Garrett. We might get it. Myles Garrett's going to share one. Is that Mike Hall Jr. who got it? No, it's number 40, DeMar Van Overshown, I think is who that is. Yeah. Overshown gets in there and gets the half a sack. Well, you had to steal it from Myles. And now he's got 2/3 of the X Factor activated. Couldn't just give him the full sack. That's unbelievable. The amount of hole that was open there felt like it was in a Vegas strip club. All right, but we got to 4th and 4. I'm actually going to call a timeout here. We're going to have around 37 seconds, 38 seconds to get down the field and get kind of into field range. But I don't even know if I trust Escobar in the rain, man. We've seen him kick in weather games. It's not good. I don't know if I trust him. 37 seconds exactly like what I said, because I'm smart and I have ball knowledge. 302 receiving yards out of the backfield for Quinshon Judkins. Pretty good. He has the most among running backs. I pride myself on getting my running backs involved in the passing game. I'm going to go underneath. That's going to be Eddie Velasco. Not going to work out very well. We're going to run a hurry up. Please, oh please. Oh, captain, my captain. I don't know where to go with the football, man. Just give it to Dalton Scholes. Call a timeout, 20 seconds. Did I say Greg Scholes? Wait, what did I say? What's his name? Conrad Scholes. Did I say Dalton Scholes? Oh my God, I am out of control. I apologize. I don't know why I said Dalton Scholes. There is Conrad, but he drops that one, probably for the best. I don't think that was the right move anyway. The play action deep out gives me a good shot, although they're going to back up double safeties back there, really? Okay, the one safety bit down. I can't hit that. There's nothing there. I got to throw it away. 10 seconds left. That was my best shot, but that safety just, I mean, he covered everything. There wasn't really anything I could do. There wasn't really anything. Do I give Travis Hunter a chance at a jump ball here? I don't think it's open. I can get to Conrad. He's got 4th and inches, really? You're going to give me a 4th and inches call right there. All right, well, we're going to go verticals. We've got 4 seconds left. This is the final play of the half. I mean, it's got to go up for somebody. I don't know who it is. I think I actually have that there. Oh, my God. Eddie Velasco intercepted. Oh, my God. Of course it is. Of course it's intercepted. I thought I could, like, get in between the seam there and have something. 2 interceptions on the night for Enriquez is brutal because I had started this season so efficiently throwing, like, no interceptions. And now the past couple episodes, I feel like I've thrown so many and it's annoying me. I don't like it at all. The Texans and the Vikings. Texans not having a good season. But there's number 9, J.J. McCarthy. You can't let him score off of this. That's Dylan Sampson, former Cleveland Brown. It's actually not a scoring highlight. I thought they were all scoring highlights when you did these. Huh. All right, Seattle, one of the teams that blew it up last episode. Traded away a lot of their pieces. They kept JSN, obviously. And there he is right there. Jackson Smith and Jigba with a stiff arm, gets away, spin off the other defender, and he gets into the end zone. Good play for Jackson Smith and Jigba. Bo Nix losing his first game as a St. Louis Ram, and that was obviously Jared Goff over there in Seattle.
Congratulations to them and their fans. It was quite a wait, but
Bengals and Steelers. Oh, it's going to be a Caleb Johnson highlight. Spin move, breaking the ankles, and then breaks another tackle. 34-16. The Steelers hurdle into the end zone. These highlights get out of control sometimes. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing here with these highlights? That was pretty sick, though. All right, so Patriots beat the Dolphins. Love to see it. I don't see the Ravens at all. The Ravens have a bye, maybe? We need to just keep playing how we've been playing. I need to play a little bit better, though. I don't think either of the interceptions are Enriquez's fault. One of them was my fault because I just literally wasn't paying attention. So that technically was my fault. But the other one is just an end of the half Hail Mary type of play, and I just threw it up and it gets picked off. But it's unfortunately still going to count in the stat sheet, unfortunately. But we need to get some more points on the board here. 7-7 at the half when we are a high-powered offense is not looking good. People are going to flame us on Twitter for struggling against the Titans, but you gotta throw in the factor that it was a rain game and a pretty heavy rain game. It's not just like a little drizzle. I mean, there's got to be like some flash flood warnings in the city of Cleveland. This is getting pretty insane. Let's go with just another run, I guess. I mean, it's just a lot of the same plays, and it's the plays that they pick or that they offer me. I just don't like them. It's a lot of like 2 tight ends and one's running up and out, like the wheel slide. Like, I don't really like that. And I'm not a big fan of play action. I like it a little bit, but if I could go without play action, I probably would prefer that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. At least in the game. In real life, I don't mind it. I don't have an opinion on it in real life. if that's what you want to call it, fine, whatever. But in the game, when I'm playing, I don't know. I don't vibe with it. Same thing with RPOs. I don't vibe. Maybe that's cool. Oh my god. He came in unblocked. Free rusher into the backfield. It's the same thing with RPOs. And maybe that's why I'm bad. Because I don't utilize that kind of stuff. That's probably a factor. But it's also because I don't read defenses and I don't pay attention to things. And I make horrible decisions. That's the main factor of why I'm bad at these games. But we ball. Hand off to Judkins. He slipped trying to make that cut, and it really killed all his momentum. But he's getting up in the face of Simpson. Is that Trenton Simpson he was getting up in the face to? It could have been anybody, but it looked like Trenton Simpson. He might have ended up here in Tennessee. I'm not 100% sure. I know we tried to sign him at one point. I don't remember if that was the first offseason or the second offseason, but there was one offseason where we were trying to get his services. It actually might have been a more recent one because it might have been the same time we got DeMar Van Overshown, actually. Quinshawn close. A flag, an injury timeout. Who does that say? I can't see the back of the jersey. Winston? Winston Jr.? I can't see what that says. It does say Winston Jr. Injured Titan on the field. 2nd and 2. Handoff. Quinshawn. Make a man miss. Oh, Quinn. You got to beat that. You got to make that man miss. And we're going to call the exact same play that we scored the touchdown on our first time around. And I want to see if it's open again. We threw it to Fannin. And it's going to be open by a mile this time. Not even close like it was the first time. Harold Fannin with his second touchdown of the day. And he's going crazy with the celly. Is he doing the big balls? I can't say. He's kind of like having a moment right now. I can't tell what he was doing. He might have been doing big balls. I'm not sure. But it was wide open. They brought a blitz. They were thinking we were going to run. We were not. And we were never planning on it. So that's 2 touchdowns and 2 picks today for Enriquez. He's clearly not going to get the X factor. But I'm just trying to win the game at this point. What is he doing? It looks like at the end there, it looks like he's hanging him down like he's got the hefty cojones. But I can't tell for sure what he was doing there. Could have been anything. There's no way to know. But at least we lead. We kept the Titans in this game far too long. Their offense has done actually nothing. Their running back has gotten a few yards, but their offense as a whole has done literally nothing today. Maybe get a hit stick. Oh, we saw a lot of fumbles the past couple episodes, especially in that Patriot game. Didn't we have back-to-back on kick returns? I think we did. We've seen a lot of fumbles happen on kick returns in this series. Oh, God, Myles Garrett. Amazing. I still can't tell who their head coach is. He looks like he's not an auto-generated guy, but I can't tell for sure. That can't be caught, and it is. It's a good tackle by Denzel Ward. I thought it was going to go over his head. It almost looks like D'Amico Ryans, but I don't think it is. I think he's still in Houston, actually. Oh, if this isn't a rain game, that's a huge play. That is an absolutely huge play. But it's not. Cam Ward couldn't get a good grip on it. And I think I might have a room to run here, and I do get a little bit of yards. Yeah, a few little yards. This is going to hurt our points per game average, having such a low-scoring game here. But you know what? In the rain, sometimes you just got to win. You're not trying to put up flashy numbers. Even though this is a bad Titans team, you're still trying to just win the game. And look at Quinshawn go. 13 for 87. He's doing his thing. He doing his thing. They have 4 passing yards. It's kind of funny. This reminds me of the Bills-Patriots game when it was super windy. You guys remember that game? And Mac Jones is the quarterback, and they threw the ball like 3 times, I think. Patriots beat the Bills that game. And I think they beat him. They beat the Bills because it was just a heavy run game. That was Bill Belichick still. That wasn't even Gerard Mayo. I'm pretty sure that was still Bill Belichick coaching that game. It's been a long time ago now. But I'm pretty sure they passed it like 3 times and then they ran it a bunch. It was a weird game to watch. Was that in Foxborough? It might have been in Buffalo. I can't remember exactly where it was at. Probably Buffalo. I think it gets windier in Buffalo than it does in Foxborough. Which I know it sounds weird. They're very close together, but still. That gets Quinshawn over 100 yards. They want me just to keep running the ball, but I also kind of want to get Enriquez more passing yards. I know I'm not going to get him the thing, but I still want him to be competitive in the MVP race. So he's got to still have big passing yards to keep up with Joe Burrow and everything. Although, we know how much Madden values the touchdown number for when they're casting the MVP vote. I've had plenty of times where I've had the better quarterback statistically, but I've had like a couple less touchdowns than Joe Burrow or somebody, and they give it to the other person because they have more touchdowns than me, even though I have like 300 or 400 more yards than them. So I think we should try to prioritize. Harold Fannon's going off today. That plays money for Harold Fannin. That's his 3rd touchdown of the day, all on that exact same play. That's hilarious. All right, so we're still going to put up 21. Oh, no, we're going to put up 20 because Escobar forgot how to kick. What is the deal with Escobar kicking in the weather? He can't kick in the snow. He can't kick in the rain. The only time he can kick extra points is in clear days. Am I doing something wrong? Or is it just him not being able to kick in the rain? I'm not sure. It's very annoying is what it is. Unbelievable. I have no idea why he can't kick in the weather. It's not even that. It's an extra point. I'm not asking him to kick 90-yard field goals. Myles Garrett with a huge sack. He blew by the right tackle. The right tackle had no chance. I don't even know if the right tackle knew he was guarding Myles Garrett on that one. That's how quickly Myles went past him. They're going to want some hurry up. Myles is ready to get another one. Cam Ward, I feel bad for him today. He's had a good season, but this one's been rough for him. With the combination of our elite rushing game that we have, our elite pass rush. That was actually a really good throw, though, as he was getting hit. And the weather, he's struggled today. But maybe that's the first sign of him breaking out of the struggle and having a good final 3 minutes. What'd that say? We ranked 7th in something during the season, but we had 0 today. I'm assuming turnovers? We haven't gotten that many turnovers this year that we're top 10 in the league. There's no way. The running backs are the only way that the Titans have any sort of offense at all in this game. And it's usually just right up the middle. I don't know why our run defense up the middle has been so lackluster, but we're allowing like 15, 20-yard runs. It's got to be another sack. It's not going to be, but it's almost intercepted off the hands of J.C. Horn. He just couldn't get there quick enough to get that into his arms. It was close. Close, but no cigarette. Cam Ward scrambling. He's actually got room. Chase Young got pushed away. That's annoying. Chase Young was about to go in there, switch sides, and get him for the sack, but the left tackle, to be fair to give him credit, he did a good job of sending him the opposite direction. And Cam Ward took off and scrambled. He's going to keep it that time, but Mike Green's not fooled. Good job, Mike. That's a big tackle for loss. We're about to beat the 2-minute warning pretty soon, and it's going to be a read option. This time they give to the running back. He almost got blown out. Is that Tony Pollard? I didn't realize he was still here. Oh, I did know. I knew that because we've seen Titans highlights before in this season, and he scored a touchdown on one of them. I remember that. They're going to go to the corner of the end zone. It's caught, but he couldn't get 2 feet in. That would have been a disgusting touchdown catch if he would have been able to get both feet down. I tried to get a jump animation to intercept it, but I didn't get it. I must have been not in the right area. That's got to be picked. Oh, it's off the hands. It's off the hands. You got to pick that off, big dog. Was that Ronnie Hickman who dropped that? Do we still have Ronnie Hickman on the team? I don't even know if we do. I got to give Devontae Smith an opportunity here. I'm going to send this ball down the field to Devontae Smith and see if he can bring it in. That was an ugly pass break up there. Hopefully Devontae's okay. I put it back shoulder. I thought he could bring it in. He didn't. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The Titans are probably not going to use their timeouts. I hope not, at least. Quinshawn. Oh, stay in bounds. Ah. I was hoping he could stay in bounds and keep going. I don't think they're going to use their timeouts, at least. I would like to score one more time. Quinshawn breaks a tackle, gets the first down. No, they are going to use their timeout. Who is that? Maybe it's just an auto-generate guy. I can't honestly tell who that is. So it seems like Tennessee is going to use their timeouts. Honestly, they should have 0 points. If we're being super honest and we're telling the truth, you got the truth serum in my body. The Titans should have 0 points. The fact that they have a touchdown is super frustrating because of that fumble recovery from Quinshawn. They don't deserve it. I'm just going to be real with you. They don't deserve the 7 points. We've shut them down today. And yeah, it's been a dual effort with us in the rain. Is that going to be open? That's not really open. And Enriquez sends it over. Okay. Well, I'm not punting it. That's for sure. Why would I punt the football back to Tennessee? That makes 0 sense. When I can just do that and fire that right to Devontae Smith for a huge catch and a first down in the final timeout used by the Tennessee Titans. They want me to kneel it, but I kind of want more points. I know that seems a little crazy. Maybe a little cray-cray. But I want more points. Not only to keep our points per game streak up in the top half of the league, but also I'm kind of angry in this game. The way that it went to start and the way that we have 2 interceptions with Enriquez. So I kind of just want to score again. And Travis Hunter's going to do it right here. He's going to outrun everybody. Roger McCreary has no chance. Travis Hunter scores the tutty. And there is our points that I was looking for, and now we're going to go for 2 to try to make it a 28 or 28-7 game like it should have been if Escobar never missed the stupid play. And Harold Fanning gets it, so it's not the touchdown, but he does get the extra the 2-point conversion. So we lead 28-7. That'll be the final score. Even in the rain, we still put up some good numbers. And in Escobar, God, I gotta get rid of him so I can stop saying his name instead of Enriquez. Enriquez still puts up 4 passing touchdowns in the win. It's not going to get him the X factor because he didn't have enough passing yards and he had 2 interceptions, so a lot of stuff going against him in this game. But he still put up a good number. He's still dominating passing touchdowns in the NFL. I'm just hoping that he wins the MVP this year because that'd be pretty sick. I can't tell you the last time I actually had a quarterback win the MVP that I was actually usering the whole season. It has been a minute. Is that how do you say his name? Keemray DK? Is it Keem? I can't remember how to say his first name. I know it's DK, but I can't remember how to say his first name. I don't watch enough Tennessee Titan football to know how to pronounce his name. "40 seconds. Myles Garrett absolutely sunned the right tackle there. Did you see him just toss him away like he's nothing? Like he's dog food, just send him to the dirt. Garrett spin around. Myles Garrett, another sack almost. Cam Ward throws it away. But Myles is putting the pressure on him. Myles Garrett is putting the pressure on Cam Ward today. He's got 2.5, I think. He split that one with Overshown. Ward's got time in the pocket. That time's closing. He's going to fire it. It's going to be dropped. And there's 14 seconds left. You know what? I'm just going to kneel it down. I don't want to... I was thinking about throwing another pass down the field, but I don't want to throw another pick and keep ruining Enriquez's stat line for the season. So we'll just kneel it down and get out of the game. We're going to win 28-7. It was a sloppy one in the first half, but we figured it out in the second half. Turned it around and did some things. We did what we needed to do. 4 touchdowns, 208 yards. If I didn't have those 2 touchdowns, I'd think maybe that was the game that he's going to get it, or those 2 interceptions, but it's not going to happen. He's not going to get it. We'll just have to try to get it either another chance later in the season. Run out of time, though. He looked frustrated after the game. Can you speak to any of that frustration? He wants to be perfect when he isn't frustrated. Yeah, whatever. He didn't get it. You could have just said he didn't get it. But I can't believe he looked frustrated. He had 4 touchdowns in the game and we won. I know he had 2 picks, but to say that he looked frustrated is kind of crazy. We have film room. Oh, they're going to say that the quarterback's bad again, even though it's still Lamar Jackson. The Ravens are having another bad year. I did not think that their season would be any worse than what they're having right now, or what they had last year, but they're having a horrible year. It is still us and the Jets. It is still us and the Jets. It's good to see Emmanuel Cologne start to dominate. Good for him. Good for him. So Joe Burrow has 3,200 yards and 29 touchdowns. If we go to the season stats, we have Enriquez with 2,600 yards and 41 touchdowns and 6 picks. But if we go to Joe Burrow, he's got... How many picks does he have? He has 12 picks. I feel like you got to give the MVP to Enriquez. If I can get over 3,500 yards, I think you got to give the MVP to Enriquez. He's close to getting back into the top 3. I got to have a big passing day with him today against the Ravens if I want to get him back in the top 3. But let's take a look at that film prep. Probably it's going to tell us about how bad Lamar Jackson is, apparently. All right, what do we got? I noticed they tried in the game, what I think is very linebacking group. Okay, I don't know about they got Roquan Smith. No, their defensive backs are weakness. Focus on the running attack. Prioritize the passing game. You know what? Prioritize the passing game. Oh, I get a -5 for not believing in Stefanski there? Well, I'm going to prioritize the passing game because I want Enriquez to do well. Get Devontae Smith 8 catches? Okay, I mean, that's not like the most crazy thing in the world. I throw to him a lot, so it's not insane to get him 8 catches. It's just kind of like, why Devontae Smith? Because he's the number 1 guy, probably. Let's get this one back in there. Let's get this one back in there. What did they add in? They added this one in, which I do kind of like. I think I actually want to keep that one in there. Let me take the D-line one out. Let me take the D-line one out. Oh, I can't take it out. Why can I not take it out? Because I just added it in. Is that why? Oh, yeah, it's locked. Okay. So I don't think I can take any of the other ones out, so I got to take out the hit stick one. All right, that's not a big deal. But I got to get this one back in, so. All right, that is where we will have the things, and now we only have the 3 guys, so I'm going to do all this stuff. I've gotten DeJuan Jones up to an 88 overall player, but he still cannot get a dev trade increase. It's killing me, man. Just think of how much better he'd be if he had star or superstar or something, man. God, it's frustrating, but I've gotten him up to, he's like a low 70s overall player when you start with him. I've gotten him up to an 88 overall. What are we doing here, man? All right, you know the drill. I'll see you either in the game or with a dev trade increase.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. On one sideline, there's the head coach of the Browns. His guys in the midst of a great run, winners of 9 of their last 10. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His guys had the week off last week, so they are, in theory, rested up and ready to get back at it.
At least this game is a little bit less wet here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we take on the Baltimore Ravens. We actually have a chance to do some things through the air today, more than just throwing 2-yard out routes to Harold Fannin for touchdowns. But here comes Enriquez. We're trying to get him MVP this year. It has become our mission. Just like in was it year 1 or year 2 where we tried to get the rushing title for Quinshawn and we got it? We actually got him the rushing title that year. I forget if it was year 1 or year 2 or not. But this year we're trying to get the MVP for a certain Julian Enriquez number 13. And I think we can do it. We just got to put up big time passing numbers and not a lot of interceptions. Which, to be fair, we only have 6. And we have a lot of touchdowns already, so we're already kind of in a good spot. He's got like 41 touchdowns, I think. He could have a 50 touchdown season. There's a real possibility about that. Which would be kind of crazy. I wonder if I can get can I get the touchdown record? Doesn't Peyton Manning have that with 55? Was it 55 he did in like 2013 or something? I remember those Broncos teams because they always played the Patriots in the AFC Championship and they beat them. Annoying. I still contend that those Patriots teams were better than those Broncos teams. I think the NFL rigged it to see Peyton Manning win a championship before he retired. Another one. They wanted him to go out on top. I'll die on that hill. It should have been the Patriots in Super Bowl 50 instead of the Broncos. But you know what? You could convince me that any year of NFL existence should be the Patriots in the Super Bowl. I hate myself. Ah! Oh my God. Big Julian. King Julian's hurt. King Julian's hurt. You can't be serious. Hold on, I gotta pause this. You can't be serial right now. This cannot be what's happening. So I throw the pick. He gets speared. That's his 7th interception of the year. He gets absolutely gored by number 59. And then he hurts his, I don't know if it's his wrist, his ribs. I can't tell exactly what he's hurting. This is not ideal at all. I'm just going to tell you that straight up. Please tell me it's just a regular injury and it's nothing crazy. Because if our King Julian is hurt, we're in shambles. We're going to be in the blender if this is actually what's happening right now. This can't be it. This can't be. Come on, King. Come on, King Julian. Be okay. All right. So we threw the pick. Not ideal. But he threw a pick. Ah! Cole Bishop not jump for that. I dove right in front of that and got it. Okay. It's just bruised ribs. He will come back. Don't have me nervous like that. Why they gotta do me like that? Just tell me that he's not gonna get hurt. Why you gotta build it up like he's gonna be out for the season or something? Kyle Hamilton playing against his former team. Although we already played the Ravens earlier this year. That can't be caught. It's gonna be caught. I was trying to avoid the pass interference call, so I didn't get to him close enough. That's annoying. I should have knocked that out. I really wanted to knock that out. I cannot believe I threw a pick there. That's so stupid. I was waiting so long. I should have just thrown it away. I know better than that. I know better than to throw those footballs, but I do it anyway. I don't know why. It's not for the content. It's just because I'm stupid. I don't throw those picks to get funny moments or anything. I'm just not good, and I threw that pick. Chase Young with the sack. The Predator is on the prowl. He's hunting. He's in the hunting grounds, and he has his sights set on Lamar Jackson. That's a huge play because that gets it 3rd and long. 3rd and super long, actually. And Lamar, he's got time. He just throws a bad ball. He didn't know where to go with that, if we're being honest. He had no idea. So thankfully, the interception ends up not hurting us. Just annoying that I threw it. I really got to clean up my play. I was playing so efficient at the beginning of the year. I wasn't throwing any picks. I think I went, I don't know how many games I went, maybe 7 games without throwing a pick, which is a big mark for me. I was playing so well. Oh, but Enriquez is still not in the game. We still got our big man Black in there. We got Black in this game. He's got a lot of speed, which is his only real benefit. Oh God, throw that away. All right, they kind of did some things. Enriquez, I'm gonna need you to get back in this game, big dog. I like Russell Black, but I don't know if he's got what it takes to be the quarterback of this team right now. But he does find Quinshon Judkins. That play's still pretty good in Madden. Even that's my go-to play in college football. I use that play a lot, and just because it's so good, it always gets open. It's open like 95% of the time. It works, so I just go to it all the time. But in Madden, it doesn't really work as well. And he's still out of the game. Oh my God! It said he would. It did say he would return soon, right? I'm pretty sure it said he would return soon. He didn't say he was gonna miss like the entire game or something. Look at Quinshon Judkins maneuver his way into the secondary there. Bill Clinton on the team? Oh God! They got somebody named Bill Clinton. Well, they got a guy named Clinton. I don't know if his first name's Bill. Maybe his name's William. All right, Russ, do you got something for me? Not really. They covered it up, and I only had 2 routes on the field, so they did a good job. I'm starting to get a little worried that Enriquez is still out. Conrad Scholes, he catches it, hangs on, but it wasn't a great ball in the first place. I shouldn't have chosen Conrad there to throw that. I hate playing the... I think out of every team that we play, I think the Ravens are my most hated team. Oh, he's got the room this time. He should have enough speed to get to the end zone here, and he does. The first touchdown in the career of Russell Black. He may not be black, but his last name is Russell Black with the rushing touchdown. His first rushing touchdown of his career. I'm pretty sure. Maybe he's got one already. I can't remember exactly, but he's a good quarterback. At least running back he is. And Enriquez is out there. I don't know why Enriquez was out there. Please tell me he comes back next drive. I'm getting super nervous now. I'm getting super nervous, and I don't want to be. I'd rather know what my starting quarterback's situation is. See if we can get a hit stick fumble here. Nope. I kind of hit stick the blocker instead of the return man. All right, defense. We've dominated Lamar Jackson in the past. Let's do it another time here. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. He's going to get actually a pretty decent gain. He got 5. He shouldn't have got 5, but he fell forward for like 5 yards. We should have stopped him at the line of scrimmage. The Saints are having a pretty good season, though. I'm glad that the Saints are finally having a better season because they have such an insane roster. We've taken a look at their roster before. They've signed so many crazy people in past free agency classes. They've drafted fairly well. They just needed their quarterback, and I think they took one this past year. I'd definitely like to see the Saints turn into something. Maybe we eventually meet them in the Super Bowl one year. Not going to be this year, I don't think, but we still got to get past the Jets. The Jets are having as just as good of a year as we are, and we cannot afford to slip up because the Jets just won again, so they'll be tied with us if we lose this game against Baltimore. It's so fun to see the Jets and the Browns at the top of the AFC. That shows you just need to get a good quarterback. I mean, you got to build your team around, and the Jets have done a decent job of building their team. Lamar Jackson with a quarterback keep, design quarterback run. He broke off the tackle of Myles Garrett. I was in the backfield. I didn't think he'd break off of the tackle, though. The Bears are 9-2 as well. Bears having a crazy season. We met them in the Super Bowl a couple years ago. That was when we won our first Super Bowl. Last year was against the Cowboys, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, we've reached the 2-minute warning. We will be on defense for the second half. We started the ball. That's right, because we threw the pick on the first drive. Harbaugh's still here in Baltimore. Has not gotten fired, even though back-to-back really bad seasons. I don't know how he's not gotten fired. I bet he gets fired after this season. He's got to. That's a great tackle by Kyle Hamilton. That's why you pay that man that money. Pay that man his money. Oh, that's a quick RPO throw to the receiver. He's going to get close to field goal range. Are they going to try it? No, they're going to punt. That's huge. That's huge. There's the punt. It's going to be like the 12? 24. Okay. It was out sooner than I wanted. That's a good sign. Enriquez is coming back onto the field. But it's still Russell Black. Why do they tease me? Why do they tease me? Russell Black is still in the game. this, of course, the game that I said I was going to try to keep the MVP running going for Enriquez. He's been out for most of it. Oh, why, SpongeBob? Why? All right, timeout call, but it's because of an injury. No, is that the big Thanos, DeJuan Jones? Oh, Thanos goes down with an injury. We are just falling like flies today. What is the injury status of our quarterback? He's not here. It's just a bruised hand. Oh, don't tell me the wear and tear is getting to Enriquez. No, I think the wear and tear is keeping him out. I think it got glitched. I think the wear and tear is what's keeping Enriquez out. You know how we've had situations in the past with running backs and wide receivers and stuff, mostly running backs, where they get hurt or they get bad wear and tear, and then they don't come in the game ever again. Like their whole game, they're done. That happened a lot with in South Carolina franchise with DJ Braswell, if you remember that whole debacle where we ran him so much that he couldn't play the end of the season. He lost the Heisman because he couldn't play. He was in the game for the first 2 plays and he was done. So I think that's what happened with Enriquez. He's just not here. It's going to have to be Russell Black the rest of the game, which is kind of insane to think about, that Russell Black is going to have to do this. But you know what? We drafted him for a reason. We liked what we saw in him. Can Escobar kick a 54-yarder? I think it's a 54-yarder. I think I have that. Do I have that? Yeah, that was good by a good amount, too. He just can't kick in the weather for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I can't believe that Escobar's going to miss a whole game. Or not Escobar. God, I got to stop doing that. I can't believe that Enriquez is going to miss a whole game of stats because he's hurt and can't come back. Even though it said he could return. It said will return soon. Where's my will return soon? It's been soon. Now I'm going to have to really go crazy the final few games of the year because this is just a whole game of him not getting any stats. Burrow's going to keep getting stats. Whoever else is in the running for that. I skipped the halftime show. I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking about who's going to keep the stats ahead of us. I didn't mean to skip the halftime show there. Oh, why, cruel world? Why do you have to do this to me? We have Ronnie Hickman. I didn't realize we still did. I thought I got rid of Ronnie Hickman. All right, starting the second half, we got to do something here. Got to get back on offense. That's a great play. That's one of the most beautiful sacks you'll ever see. Mike Hall Jr. with a fantastic sack. An absolutely spectacular sack from Mike Hall Jr. One of the best plays you'll ever see. Watch him on this play. He initiates the contact with the guard and then or the center actually, and he spins off of it in one of the most beautiful spins you'll ever see. Oh, it's Daniel Falele. Is he playing center? Where did he line up? No, he's playing right guard. Okay. It is against the guard. He spins off of him, a beautiful spin move, and then just tracks Lamar, and Lamar had no time. Just a perfect play. That's about as good as you'll see in Madden, at least. Oh, they're going to cut off when he raised his arms? Whatever. That's the first sack of the year for Mike Hall. I thought he had one earlier in the season. I guess not, obviously. Lamar overthrows whoever he was intending to throw there. And now it is a 3rd and long for Baltimore. Oh, Myles Garrett. He got into Lamar pretty quick, but that steps out of bounds. He got the 4 yards back, but it's 4th and 10. They're going to punt it back to the good guys. Lamar struggling today in the good weather, too. This is maybe a little cold, but it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Look at Deion Brooks. Look at Deion Brooks. Look at my man, Deion Brooks. He's a god. He's a god. Deion Brooks. He's finally going to do it. I knew he'd do it eventually. Deion Brooks, punt return touchdown. Chuck that at the camera guy. You deserve it. I knew that Deion Brooks would eventually break one. I've been calling it since he got here. I knew he would get one eventually, and he does against Baltimore. And it was crazy the way he got it. I thought he was going to get tracked down multiple different times. That's what I'm talking about, Dion. Are you not entertained? Huge play. Look at Q giving him the love. And Enriquez is right there. He's not hurt. He's out there celebrating with the boys. Let him be on the field. I need to get these stats. If we look back at the end of the year and Enriquez misses the MVP because he had one game where he could have gotten stats and he wasn't available, even though he is technically available again, I'm going to be frustrated. Just add it to the list of things that this game makes me frustrated about. It's a long list, by the way. I'd say maybe about 8 pages, 10 pages of things that frustrate me about this game. They got good blocking. Ugh. I knew this was going to be a big run because they just had everybody. There was too many purple jerseys. Too many purple jerseys. Not enough white jerseys out there. I was never going to be able to get the tackle behind the line, or at least for a gain of a couple. Good job, Mike Hall Jr. He's having a big game. I'm calling his name more so than I usually do. A guy's name that I haven't called in a while, Mason Graham. Kind of gone invisible right now. He needs to check himself here before he wrecks himself. Oh, I guess I can call it now because he made that play alongside his teammate, Mike Hall Jr., his running mate. 3rd and 4. Can Myles Garrett get to Lamar? Oh, he technically did, I guess. Oh, Mark Andrews mossed me. Touchdown Ravens. Mark Andrews, who has got to be almost 40 at this point. Maybe not 40. He's got to be old. He just mossed the soul out of Kyle Hamilton there. I thought I was going to be able to get the pick, and for some reason it just, like, didn't give it to me. Which I shouldn't be shocked about. It never gives me a pick. I'm like the only person who doesn't get any interceptions. All right, Deion Brooks, you got a punt return touchdown. Can you get a kick return touchdown? Oh my God. I saw it. I had visions. I had visions of grandeur. I thought it was going to happen. My eyes lit up. I thought that there was going to be a kick return touchdown here. All right, we kind of got to change the way we play a little bit here. We kind of got to change the way we play. We have Russell Black, who I don't trust a lot in the passing game. I trust him in the run game, but I don't trust him very much in the passing game. He's not the greatest passer. He's okay, but he needs a lot of work. They got freaking Roquan Smith spying on me, and that's never the linebacker you want to spy on you because he's so good. I also don't want to forget that I have to get Devontae Smith 8 catches. That is also a thing that I have to do. I'm going to get sacked right there. Ugh. I got to stop calling play action. I got to stop calling play action because I suck. Ooh, Devontae's got this. Devontae's got this by a mile. If the ball's good enough, and it is. Devontae Smith down the sidelines gets us the first down. Good job, Russ. What do I like here? Oh, end zone, Conrad Scholes! That would have been a disgusting catch. Simply disgusting. Utterly woke nonsense if that would have been caught. It would have been freaky. Freaky on a Friday. Oh, Quinshawn, if you could have just blow that past those guys, it would have been disgusting. I would have loved you. I think Devontae's only got 1 catch, unfortunately. I'm going to have to start force feeding if I have to. Russell Black scrambling. Does he have enough? Almost. He's down at the 1. He almost had enough to get in there for a second rushing touchdown. Oh, I could have hit Quinshawn. I didn't really have the angle, though. Can I get away here? I lost the fatigue. The stamina went really, really quickly once I changed directions there. It, like, zapped it all. That was close. I almost lost that. That would have been really rough. A handoff to Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor touchdown, can't get in as we end the quarter. I was hoping JT would get in. He did not. Quinshawn will come back in, and he'll probably be the one to get it, of course. Handoff, Quinshawn, and he's denied as well. It's 4th and goal from the 1. 4th and goal from the Uno. Handoff, Quinshawn, he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. We're up 24-7 on the Baltimore Ravens. I can't believe we had to go this whole game without Julian Enriquez. He's not even hurt. I mean, he was hurt at the beginning, but he's not hurt anymore. I mean, Russell Black's done fine. I'm not mad that he's in the game. I'm more mad that Enriquez is not in the game because I want to get more stats with him so I can win the MVP, and I can't win the MVP with a guy who's not in the freaking game. If you catch my drift. But at least we're going to win this game to go to 10-1, so that's good. And we'll sweep the Baltimore Ravens in the series. I think we have to play... You know what? I think we played the Steelers twice already. I think we have to play the Bengals one more time. But that might be our final game against division teams, because we played the Ravens once already. I'm pretty sure we played them at our place. Oops, I bet on that, that's for sure. Did we not play the Ravens earlier this year? I think we did. I know we played the Steelers twice. We played them like 2 times back, or like in the last 3 weeks, or like we played them one and then we played them a couple weeks later. So I know we're done with the Steelers already. But I can't remember if we played the Ravens already or not. This might be our first time playing them this year. The schedule kind of gets blurred in my head when I don't record so far away from each other. Like these games, these episodes are recorded out days after each other, so don't really remember what happens, and my memory's already not that good. I can't remember if we played them or not. I feel like we have, because I feel like we played them at our place, because I remember Roquan Smith having a good game against me, like he always does. I don't know. It doesn't matter. As long as we win this one, that's all that matters. That's a bad throw. That's a bad throw from Lamar. You can't have that, Lamar. You just can't have that. You got to be more accurate or people are going to start calling you RB. Lamar B. Another over. That's almost the exact same play. Very similar throws and the exact same result. Brutal. Lamar in the pocket. He's going to scramble. No, he's not. He's going to throw it to the end zone. It's going to be swatted away. No, he caught it, but he's out of bounds. I think he caught that football. Rashad Bateman going crazy over there. I didn't think he was going to have a chance of that. I thought I was going to swat that out. Good thing he didn't get his feet in. That's to the end zone. That is going to be Kyle Widmer getting mossed by Rashad Bateman. Can I ever have a corner that jumps in front of the ball, in front of the receiver, or am I always going to have guys that just, they get in position, but then they immediately run behind the corner and then get out of position? And then when I turn into them and try to get them into position, then they don't do it in time. Miguel Perez gets the onside recovery, which is nice. But now, unfortunately, we got to get through the Ravens calling their timeouts because they think that they're going to win this game down 10. They're not. Spoiler alert. Quinshawn with a... You got to be kidding me, Quinshawn. 2 games in a row you're going to fumble, really? You were doing so well this season, not fumbling the football, and now all of a sudden you got butterfingers? What's going on? All right, there's the timeout called by Harbaugh. That's the first one. We're going to run to this side because they got an X Factor over there. Don't really want to run towards him. Handoff, Quinshawn. He's got room. He's got blockers. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. We erased the Raven touchdown at least. Even though I wanted to use all their timeouts, can't really stop Quinshawn from doing his thing. If he's going to bob and weave his way to the end zone, I'm not going to deny him a touchdown when you're possibly getting him Offensive Player of the Year. You never know. It could happen. I don't even think he won Offensive Player of the Year when he won the rushing title. And he had almost 2,000 yards. I don't think he won Offensive Player of the Year. I'd love a big hit stick. That'd be pretty nice, but not going to get it there. Here comes Lamar in the offense. Let's see if Myles Garrett can get around this guy and get to the quarterback. Get to the quarterback. To the flat. That's Rashad Bateman. We force him out of bounds. Are they really going to play to the sidelines? You really think that's going to help you get down the field? Oh, Seattle actually won a game. Seattle's 1-9 now. There's no longer. I think that they were the last winless team in football. I was kind of hoping there'd be a 0-17 team. That'd be pretty funny. It would be pretty funny to see. The Lions lost to the Titans, who we just killed. The Lions are good, though. Joshua Webster's a good quarterback. He's developed into one of the better quarterbacks in the league. But he had an off night, it looks like. Jameer Gibbs only had 48 yards on the ground. He had a touchdown. Just a bad night for the Lions. They're going to go out to the running back. We got to bring him down immediately. That is, I think it was Cole Bishop who brought him down. I think keeping Cole Bishop and getting rid of Grant Delpit was the right move. I think Cole Bishop just overall a better player, and he's younger, so he had more chance to develop, even though Grant Delpit was a higher overall. I think in the long run, Bishop is going to be a better player than him. So I think it was the right idea to pay Bishop, even though we paid Delpit and then moved him later. At the time, I think I even said at the time I was paying him and then probably going to trade him anyway. I don't think I ever paid him thinking I was going to keep him. That can't be caught. Oh my God, it is. How does he sneak that through? I thought at the very least J.C. Horn got his hand on it, knocked it down. How does he get that catch? Some of the catches the CPU makes sometimes is just out of control, man. Oh, Lamar scrambling. He is Lamar B. He takes a nasty shot from Denzel Ward. That's the second timeout used by the Ravens. I could have sworn they used their second timeout earlier. I don't know why they keep using these timeouts thinking they're going to have a chance to win. Because even if they score, they have a very small chance of getting the onside kick. And if we get the onside kick, it's over. So, I mean, they can't really believe they're going to win this game. That's a bad overthrow. You're certainly not going to win the game with Lamar playing like that. Got to clean that up, Lamar. Got to clean that up. Get to him. He's going to fire it. It's going to be another incomplete pass. 4th and 9. Final play for the Ravens. Do they have what it takes? Do they have what it takes? He's going to go to the corner of the end zone, and this time Widmer gets it out of there. Doesn't get mossed. And that'll be the game. We are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens 31-14 with Russell Black as the starting quarterback, or as the, he didn't start the game, but as the quarterback, because Julian Enriquez was hurt, even though he got hurt the first play of the game, or first couple plays of the game, and then said he would return. They lied to me. They straight up lied to me, said he would return, and then he didn't return. So that's tough. He had 18 yards and a pick. That's such a brutal game. He had no touchdowns, 18 yards and an interception. And that's his game. Oh, Twitter's going to flame me. They're going to say, this is your MVP? He pulled an Anthony Richardson and said he wanted to come out and he didn't want to come back in the game. And now we got to listen to the thing be mad at us because we didn't get Devontae Smith his 8 catches. Win is ultimate success. Whatever. Don't care. All right, we play the Cowboys, which is actually a Super Bowl rematch against Dallas. So that'll be fun. And then we play the Jets. That's a massive game. Ooh, Cowboys having a little bit of Super Bowl hangover right now. But we play the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets, who are 9-2. Who knows what they're going to be when we play them? They'll probably be 10-2 if I had to guess. That's going to be a huge game. We have gotten Quinshawn back into the running for rushing yards this year for the rushing title, but unfortunately that game is going to really hurt Julian Enriquez because Caleb Williams and Michael Penix had more big games and they increased their lead. So that's tough. That is a really, really bad thing for MVP running. We do have the Bengals one more time this year, which I thought was the case. But that is going to do it for the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe, and share for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.